Welcome to The Know. I'm Ashley Jenkins.
I'm Turney.
Every time you think DDoS attacks are out of gaming news, well, someone tries to make them cool all over again.
Bringing back the trend this time is Blizzard. Last night, all of Blizzard's games, Hearthstone, WoW, Diablo 3, StarCraft 2, they were all taken offline by the dreaded distributed denial of service attack.
Almost as bad as the Lizard crash. This might not have been your run-of-the-mill DDoS, though, as Blizzard employee email accounts might also have been compromised.
The attack started yesterday evening, with Blizzard letting customers know via Twitter about the outages. In all, Blizzard's games were out for a total of a few hours, and the company says it's now got the problem back under control. So you can get back to killing banelings, pandas, ass poses, whatever flows your boat.
It seems that for the moment, gamers have nothing to be concerned about as far as their information goes. One Blizzard support agent, Glaxagrav, informed users on the forums that these attacks are just flooding our internet tubes. No actual account information, payment information, or character data is at risk.
However, that might not have been the case for Blizzard's own employees. Yesterday, Lizard Squad,
Oh, who else?
yes, of course, who else, claimed responsibility for these attacks, and associated accounts even posted what appears to be personal information for Blizzard CEO Mike Morhaime on Twitter. They also included evidence that indicates they may have gotten into a Blizzard employee's email account.
This kind of thing is always accompanied with a little bit of ego stroking and grandstanding, and yesterday was no different. In the hours leading up to the DDoS attacks, Lizard Squad began tweeting that something big was coming.
They're the ultimate hype men for themselves. They always are. You better watch it.
What?
Following all that was the normal hyper-sarcastic, lolzy hacker persona tweets mostly aimed at Blizzard for its service being down, with taunts by Lizard Squad for authorities to come get us.
They do keep getting arrested. They do keep coming for them. Last year, 6 teens were arrested in connection with Lizard Squad's infamous Christmas 2014 DDoS attacks on both Xbox Live and PSN.
Another teenage Lizard squatter was convicted over 50,000 computer crimes and still awaits trial for other instances, like calling in fake bomb threats to a plane, carrying John Smedley, who was the then CEO of Sony Online Entertainment.
There was also the other 17-year-old affiliated with the group that pled guilty to stalking and swatting a woman he met while playing League of Legends. What a Romeo.
Just saying, guys, you're not invincible, but I fear you, so please don't hurt me.
Super scary. As for why Lizard Squad set its DDoS sites on Blizzard this time, well, they did it once before in 2014. Really, it's anyone's guess, besides for the lulz.
For the lulz, man, it's a serious thing you take seriously.
But there are options.
Yes, Blizzard has two sort of recent controversies under their living steel belt buckles. A couple weeks back, Blizzard's Overwatch made headlines after Blizzard killed the controversial character pose involving Tracer having a butt and some legs.
This much too sexy pose was simply the character Tracer looking back over her shoulder, which you're not allowed to do.
No.
Blizzard removed the pose after a single fan complaint calling it sexualized, which then of course prompted cries of censorship. It was really a big to-do over a single butt pose, which is duplicated across basically every other character in the game. That said, I do like her new pose.
Yeah, her new pose.
It's sexy.
The controversy that might be the most likely culprit, though, is Blizzard's shutdown of a fan-run WoW server. Last week, Blizzard sent a cease and desist letter to the hosts of Nostalrius, one of the most popular remaining vanilla WoW servers, meaning that it was running WoW in the state that existed before the expansions and updates.
This server had more than 800,000 registered members, and that's like more than WoW these days. And thousands gathered together this past Sunday night to pay their respects. They've also started a petition to CEO Mike Morhaime asking him to reconsider Blizzard's stance on legacy servers. That petition currently has more than 92,000 signatures, so only 700,000 of the people who care left to go.
Yeah, considering Morhaime himself seems to be a target in Lizard Squad's latest crusade, that might be a way to connect the dots, perhaps. Then again, they've also said that chaos is entertainment, so yeah, maybe they just want to watch Azeroth burn.
Distributed denial of service, or DDoS attacks, have basically become a household term for gamers over the last few years. In fact, DDoS attacks doubled across all industries in 2014 and have only become more frequent since then.
Just in the last few years, we've seen dozens of DDoS attacks in gaming. In 2013, the top-ranked Black Ops 2 player wiped his stats so people would stop hitting him with attacks. Later that year, CCP had to knock a server offline in response to a DDoS, and that fall, more than 1 million Minecraft players had interrupted access from a similar attack.
How bored can you get? It's also been fairly common in esports, as rival teams or players or fans, they either target rival players or their fans target rival players during broadcast tournaments. In 2012, Riot Games looked into legal action over DDoS attacks taking matches offline. And last year, a DDoS took an $18 million Dota 2 tournament offline.
Yeah, that's a big deal. So if for some reason you're completely unaware of what a DDoS attack is, we will help you now, but you have a lot more under your belt, I think. It's basically a way to spam a targeted server with a flood of traffic, and it's meant to take a company's server or servers offline. They're relatively easy for groups to pull off, and they don't really require as much technical know-how of infiltrating and compromising a company's full cybersecurity measures.
Right, it's not really hacking, it's just, imagine a door that's meant to get 5 people through, and they just send 500 people at it, and people can't all fit, so you go, no, we know that's how that works. It's not hacking,
Yeah.
to be clear about that.
Nobody gets to play the Division.
No, part of the reason they're...
I knew you'd like my Division, Jordan. I knew you'd like it.
It took a second to sink in. Part of the reason they're more easy to pull off now is because there are so many tools that allow just about anybody to engage in their own bit of DDoSing, and they've even got to the point now where groups like Lizard Squad have set up for hire DDoS services. In fact, the video game service outages in 2014 were apparently a form of advertising for their botnet.
Yes, however, it should also be pointed out that larger groups, just like Lizard Squad, are believed to use much more robust infrastructure, which far exceeds what you'd normally find from smaller outfits.
You'd actually be surprised how regularly companies are hit with this kind of stuff and how damaging it can be. Jagex, the independent developer of RuneScape out of the UK, says they're hit with 30 or 40 DDoS attacks every single day.
And those attacks cost them over $2.2 million annually in revenue.
Oh,
Or pounds, perhaps?
euros? I don't know, we haven't done the translation. It's a lot of money.
2.2 million somethings. And
Buckaroos.
that's a lot,
What's the
regardless
RuneScape
of what
currency?
it is. I don't know. Runes.
Runes.
Larger corporations are believed to lose $40,000 per hour when they hit a massive DDoS, per some of the more recent studies conducted on the matter.
That $40,000 per hour number is a pretty big deal because anything over $5,000 can be prosecuted as a felony, which puts you in the FBI's wheelhouse. You don't want to be in that wheelhouse, especially if you're a minor. And considering how easy these tools are to get a hold of now, that kind of thing is happening more and more.
Basically, it means it's only a matter of time before we're talking about another DDoS hitting another major video game company.
It's all just part of gamer life, like microtransactions, season passes, game-breaking bugs. So, I mean, we're all pretty used to it now, right?
For the lulz. So, what do you guys think of Blizzard getting hit with a DDoS attack? Were any of you affected by the outages? Let us know in the comments down below.
And for future service interruptions, because it's gonna happen, people, like this video and subscribe to the know. We'll tell you about it afterwards. We'll tell you why.
Bitches get stitches.
Snitches get stitches. Bitches also, stitches for everyone.
Stitches all around, folks.
Everyone gets stitches.
Yes. So you can get back to killing banelings? Banelings? Huh? Yes? Okay, cool.
What's they from?
They're StarCraft? Yeah, I don't know fucking anything.
I was never a StarCraft person.
I'll just do this one.